Hello, hello, everyone. I have a big sucky bear with me today. We just got back from a little run, and she just got me very muddy. Oh, the joys of having dogs. We're gonna do a lovely little stretch together. You don't need anything, just yourself and your mat. Excuse the hair and all of the things. I gotta take my socks off still. Look at me, unprepared. Still haven't set my watch, haven't set our timer, all of these things. And now as always, use my socks and I need to hide them somewhere. 1 second. Oh dear, we're off to a great start. We're off to a very good start. All right, let's come on down to your mat. Now, if you do have tight hips, often people like to sit on a block or a cushion, pillow, whatever you have. That just props you up a little bit higher and it allows your hips to open up. My hips are quite tight today, obviously after a run, so hence we're stretching, but I'm going to choose to sit on my mat today. Okay, so we're going to just turn our couch to a new stretch. Here we are, timer, we're all set. Take your hands to your knees, sit up nice and tall. And we're just going to take a couple of grounding breaths. So just giving that nice deep inhale and a long exhale. And you can choose to breathe in and out through your nose or in through your nose, out through your mouth, whatever you need. And we're just going to do that one more time. Big breath in and big breath out. Okay, drop your right ear over to your right shoulder. Think of driving the left shoulder down and away, and then just drop that chin down maybe an inch or two, so towards the chest. And you're just going to get deeper into the back of the neck. From there, we're going to drop the chin down towards center. Pause there. Think of pushing the shoulders down and back, and then bringing left ear over towards the left shoulder, but stop at that quarter point. And then come all the way over so that left ear is towards left shoulder. Press them right down as much as you can. Good. We're going to repeat that going back the opposite direction. So now the chin comes towards the chest on that angle. Oh, that feels good through the back of the neck. Chin towards the chest. Good. Over to the right, 45. And then right ear towards right shoulder. Bring that neck all the way back up, head all the way back up, and then lift your gaze, opening, stretching through that front of the neck. Big breath in. And then drop your chin towards your chest. Stay sitting nice and tall. Don't round through the spine. Just work on the neck here. Big breath in. Look all the way up. And then exhale. Drop the chin towards the chest. Good. Okay, we're going to take the backs of those hands towards one another. Thumbs down. You're going to reach the fingertips as far forward as you can. Create tons of space through the back body here. So you're rounding through that spine. Take a big inhale. Rotate the palms to face up. Pull the chest forward and then lift your gaze, squeeze the shoulder blades back here. Oh, that feels so good. Return to that starting position. Thumbs down, palms out, rounded spine, tuck the tail. Good, and then open that all up. Squeezing shoulder blades to spine. Oh, always feels so good. One more of those. Returning back, thumbs down, palms out, rounded spine, tuck the tail, and then inhale to open up. Okay. So good. So good. Let's come into a lateral shift here, taking that right arm up and over, and then switching over the left arm up and over. That hand is coming to the opposite. Sorry, the hand is coming down to the side. Opposite arm is reaching up and over. Good. Keep going there, taking your time, pressing the sitting bones into your mat, and just taking it from left to right. Oh, okay. Two more. One more each side. Good. Keep that motion reaching as far as you can. Nice job. And then making your way back into center. We're just going to take ourselves into a little rotation here. Option to keep the legs as they are. If you want to change your position out a little bit, you can also come into leg extended and one leg over top. So your choice here, whether you want to stay seated and just coming into that gentle twist, or if you want more active, you can take that elbow to the outside of that opposite knee. Just breathing into that twist, noticing how that feels for you. Doesn't have to be anything aggressive or massive. It's just that slight little twist, getting into that low mid back here, taking one more breath for the side. Good, and then switching it out to the other. And again, if you're just sitting with your legs crossed, that also works. Just doing what feels good for you, for your body. Just taking a couple of breaths as you rotate. One more inhale. Exhale up. Good. Okay, we're all going to come up, bringing our legs wide, heels down, flex through your feet, hands behind you. I'm just going to drop those knees from right to left. I just noticed a little bit more muddy spots from the pup. Okay, that's all right. I'm okay with that. Dropping them from right to left here. Good. And then we'll stay all the way over to that left side. Okay, so a little 90-90 here for us. We're going to work on that back leg first. You can sit nice and tall and release the hands. You can keep the hands down on the floor. You can give a little nudge to the opposite knee. We're going to lift that right knee up and open as much as you can, and then slowly lower it back down. So you're just going to continue on with that, opening it up, pressing that opposite knee down. So if you find that the legs are lifting, both of them at the same time, see if you can maintain that left leg. Good. Okay, one more up to hold. Really drive the knee behind you. Oh, breathe there for 3, for 2, and for 1. Lower that knee down. Come into a forward fold position over your left leg. So make sure both feet are flexed, toes are drawing towards the shin. And I want you to think of bringing that chest forward through to that shin, maybe towards the ankle. Maybe you feel better over top of your knee. So choosing where you feel the stretch the most into that left hip and glute, and then try not to round. Think more lengthening. So if that means coming up on the fingertips, hinging from those hips, breathing there. Pressing that left shin down as much as you can. Take one more breath. Big inhale. Big exhale. Nice job. Come on back up. Hands in behind you. Rotating those legs once again. Windshield wipering those legs from right to left. Getting both that internal, external for both sides. Getting that large range. It's not just like dropping back and forth. Really control it. Ooh, got a nice little natural pop there. And then when you're ready, come on up to that right side. And again, we're going to focus on the left leg now this time. Right knee is driving downwards. You can take your hands in behind, interlace, choose what feels better for you. And then we're going to think of opening that leg as much as we can from that hip. Drive your right knee down, lift and open the left, and then we're down slow. Need a couple more there. Really getting that rotation. Think of what's happening in your hip. So think of ball and socket. So that ball is rotating up and open. Good. Okay, making your way down over top of that right leg. Again, hinging forward, lengthening through that spine. Maybe it's shin, maybe it's knee, maybe it's towards the foot. Wherever you get that best stretch in through that right glute, pressing that right leg down as much as you can. Breathing here for 3, for 2, or 1. Nice job. Come on right back up. We'll just windshield wiper one more time just to reset those hips. Good job, good job, good job. Okay, we're going to come into a little figure 4 seated, and then we're going to make our way onto our backs. Okay, so sitting nice and tall, let's leave the left leg extended out. That right leg is going to come so that the right ankle is above the left knee. Now, maybe this is good enough for you, staying like this. It is intense for me. Hips are tight, so I'm feeling that through my hip already. Take your hands to your foot and to your knee, to your shin. If you feel good and you want to come forward a little bit more, you can take those hands to the shin. Maybe it's to the sole of the foot. But I want you to sit tall. So remember that same in that 90-90. We don't round forward to try to get further. We want to lengthen and then hinge. And we're going to breathe and hang out here into those hips. For that right side, both feet should be flexed here. Let's take 2 more breaths, seeing if you can maybe hinge a little bit deeper, and maybe not. That's okay. Take 1 more inhale. And then 1 more exhale. So good. Okay. Switch to the other side. Right leg extends out. Left leg comes up and over so that that left ankle is above the right knee. Now, if you find that it's on your knee, see if you can shift that ankle up a little bit. Maybe it's hand to foot and knee, hands to shin, or maybe it's that forward fold where you can grab a hold of right leg. You want to lengthen first through that spine and then forward fold with the hinge from the hips and that flat back position. Breathing into that left hip and glute. Big inhales, big exhales. All right, let's do that one more time. Big breath in. And big breath out. So good. Slowly releasing that. Shaking out those legs if you need to. We are going to take ourselves down onto our mats. What do we have here? A pop-up. I've never seen this before. No thanks. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Something popped up on the screen that I've never seen before. Okay, we're gonna take our time coming down onto our backs. Hug those knees into your chest. Once you are there, maybe that rock from side to side feels good, or maybe just compression. Maybe just squeezing those shins down, or we're squeezing those thighs, tops of the thighs down into the belly, and we breathe and we hold. Good. Let's drop the left foot down towards the mat. Send your right leg up towards sky ceiling. Okay, so we're gonna give a nice flex into that foot to start. The toes are pulling down and in. The hands can be either behind the calf, behind that hamstring, whichever one feels good for you. And I want you to flex the foot as much as you can. So you're gonna really create that lengthened space into the back of that right leg. Always having a time on her mats there. Okay. I'm gonna breathe for a moment, and then what I want you to do is I want you to rotate your foot to the left. So think of ankle. It's just the foot. Then you're gonna pull it back through center, keep flexing, and then you're gonna try to rotate it outside. Okay, so you're not turning your leg, it's just from the ankle. So internal, maybe if I turn this, you guys can see what I'm doing here. So I'm turning my foot inwards, so the arch of the foot is trying to flop in. I come to center, and then I'm trying to open my foot, pressing my ankle outwards. Okay, so you're just working that ankle in flexion, and it's some serious work, some serious mobility, but you're getting into the outside and inside of that ankle. Good, and then we're going to come into point and flex. So now we're doing the opposite motion. Good. Point those toes and then pull them in. Oh my goodness. Okay, some serious work there. Good. Do that one more time. Point and flex. And then we're going to take the left leg extended all the way out. Right leg bends back in. Left hand comes to the outside of the knee. Right arm to a nice T, and then coming into that twist. Feels better to have both knees bent. You can take it there. You can also take that arm into a cactus shape. That's also going to give you a bit more of a chest stretch. And then maybe you finish that twist by looking over to the opposite way of your legs. So you're looking to the right, legs are to the left. And then we just breathe into that twist for 3, for 2. Oh, that feels so nice and cool. Make your way back into center, hug both of those knees back into the body, taking the hands towards those shins. Maybe it's compression, maybe it's rock, you choose. And then we'll drop that right foot down. Left leg this time is going to extend up. So we're going to start first with just flexion and a static stretch. So again, hands where it feels good for you. You can also use a strap or a band here if that is more accessible for you. That's always a good option. All right, so we're going to start with that. Oh my goodness. So if you run and walk a lot, the outsides of the legs that goes into the IT band, often you'll feel a stretch there into that calf. Oh my goodness. Okay. Just taking it from side to side first. Just go slow and see how far you can get that ankle to move. It's not massive, obviously. Okay, then we come into the point flex. Oh, serious work. Okay, point flex a couple more times here. Good. And then we're going to bend in that left leg, straighten the right leg. Right hand hooks to the outside of the left. Again, left arm can be straight out. You can come into that cactus. You can also bend in that right leg with the left, coming into that twist. Sometimes that feels just good as something different. Getting into chest and shoulder as well if you're taking it into cactus. That beautiful twist. Again, you can finish the twist by looking to your left as the knees come to the right, and we breathe here for 3, for 2, and for 1. Nice job. All right, we're going to finish with a little bit of circulation stuff. Now, if you do have a block below a mat, you can stick it underneath of the tailbone, underneath of the hips slightly, or you can follow along with me with nothing. So I'm just extending my legs up. I want them to be heavy, so there is going to be a soft bend. We're going to do the same thing with the arms. So you're going to think of like mummy arms, like the zombie mummy, you know. And legs, we just want to think of like heavy. So it would be similar to like legs of the ball, where the legs are heavy, they're elevated. This is fantastic to do to just get some just fresh circulation, some relief probably into that low back. Close your eyes, relax your face. We're going to do this for about 3 more cycles of breath. And if you do find that it's like you're working to hold your legs up, having that blocker, that cushion underneath really helps that sensation be taken away. Okay, from here, you're gonna just start doing like little shakes. So little shakes of the ankles, the feet, the hands, the wrists. Just think floppy, little flops. Just getting that heat, that movement, and that circulation, letting go. Any tension, any tightness, letting go. Come back to stillness. Now you're going to feel the energy, oh yes, of that movement. One more big breath in. And one more big breath out. Taking the hands in behind those legs. Oh, give yourself a little rock along that spine, forward and back a few times. And you are done. Oh my goodness. Feels good to stretch it out, give a little bit of movement, give a little bit of mobility. We started off on a rough patch with those socks, with the dirt, but we managed to make it through. And I'm just looking, you guys probably can't see it. Let me show you what I get to deal with now. So I'm gonna do some cleaning. See this that little pile of dirt there? And believe it or not, she was wiped off after our run. So just goes to show the joys of having a dog in springtime. Have a wonderful rest of your day whenever it is for you. Bye, everyone.